Yes. Okay, fantastic, review. Today we have the 4 species, but in Ternary meter, not in double meter. Double meter was a walk in the park, by the way. In Ternary meter, things get a little bit more complicated. But it's much nicer. It's not very common. It's not very common to study 4 species in Ternary meter. If you go through several books, yes, of Counterpoint, this is not common at all. Yes, but I wanted to add it into the lessons because of that, because it's extremely rare to see it. Yeah, in the book of Counterpoint Polyphony of Eduardo Kegi, which is an amazing book. Yes, too bad it's in Spanish, but don't worry, you can translate. He deals with that. Yeah, so. First, we're going to do a little bit of revision of 4 species, if you don't mind. Mind? More or less. A little bit. Then we're going to start with the challenge. So, revision. Very brief, yes, because some of the topics of 4 species have to be clear in order to start this. How many moments does this or stages, let's say, has the 4 species? I mean, the 4 species usually has a certain amount of stages, let's say. So, how many are they? And what's the name of each one? Show of hands. Whoever who's awake. Good girl. Come on, say the day.
Not sure about the names, but in the harmony stems there will be the preparation,
Yes.
the suspension,
Yes.
the resolution.
That's it.
Are they counterpoint the same names?
No. Excuse me.
Ah, that's it. That's it. Okay. And then there is
Harmony comes from counterpoint.
yes, but
Harmony
anyway.
comes from counterpoint.
Agree.
No, but historically counterpoint came first. Then
I don't use
remember,
the same names though.
yeah, it's same name, exactly the same name. The preparation. Now, while you're here, why not? Explain a little bit more. You said yes, you have 3 moments and the 4 pieces. That's fantastic. And is preparation and suspension and resolution. Perfect. Now, what happens on each one?
Preparation is on the weak part of the beat. It is
Weak part of the beat, yes.
weak beat. Weak beat.
Weak beat. Okay, there you go. Because this is going to be important for this one. Yes, this is weak beat. Okay.
It's a consonance. That's it. And then about the preparation. Then the suspension is strong. It is dissonance. And then the resolution, it is weak. And it is consonance. And it becomes at the same time the next preparation.
Exactly. Very well done. It is. Can we have suspensions, which are consonants against? I mean, on the strong weight position, as Giorgio said, you have 3 stages, 3 moments. Preparation, yeah, usually the second part of the bar, yes, or the week. Then that sound is prolonged, becomes the suspension, yes, suspension on the first beat of the next bar, strong relative position, and then resolves on the second part the bar, which, as you said very well, it becomes the next preparation for the next. So can we have suspensions that are consonances on the first beat? Yes, strong middle position. Yes, the cantus firmus.
I don't think so.
Laura, what do you think?
I was going to say no.
And Georgios?
You can have consonances on the strong beat. I'm not sure if they're called suspensions anymore. But
But you have.
but you can have them there, that moment. Yes.
Actually, they are called suspensions, and you're right. They can. Yes. A prolonged sound can be a consonant against the cantus firmus on a strong beat. So it's a consonant suspension. I mean, the sound is prolonged anyway, suspended somehow. It's not dissonant. So that's why, what happens when you have a consonant on a strong beat? We have to resolve a step down? That's mandatory? Or can we do something else?
We can do anything. We can go to another consonant in any case, in any way.
Yes, exactly. That's very important. Yes. We cannot go to a dissonance never on the second part of the bar. But we can do a step down, a step up, a leap down, a skip up, a skip down, or whatever we want to call it. Very good. Fine. Enough revision. That's it. I have my thing. I hope you have the piano available, anyone. Well, Georgios. Iris, do you have the piano? Very good. Just in case. Okay, so now the topic at hand of today, the new one. Ternary meter pulse. Yes, so ternary meter in 4 species. Okay. When the 4 species is applied in ternary pulsations, we use different duration values for the first time. Producing syncopations in a binary meter structure is simple. As we said, the note value on the second beat is prolonged into the next bar's first beat. But in ternary meter, that is not possible. Let's take these examples. So you have 3 beats, 3 beats, 3 beats, 3 beats, so that dotted semi-brief, dotted semi-brief. And then you have the first case, in which you have first beat, on the second beat the sound is prolonged until the first beat of the next bar. And it lasts for 2 beats, not for 1 beat. Because in ternary meter, what's the deal? You have 1 strong beat, which is the first of the bar, and 2 weaks. So where should you put the second? I mean the preparation in the second beat or in the third beat? And then if you do that, the next the suspension itself, yes, always have to be. I mean, does it always have to be? Sorry, two beats or 1 beat? We have a problem. Yeah. In the first case, you have 1 beat, then the second beat, the sound is prolonged, and so this is the preparation. The suspension itself lasts for 2 beats, and then the preparation, I mean the resolution, and at the same time preparation, yes, is on the third, which is prolonged. yes, into the first beat of the next bar, but it lasts 2 beats. Same case, very similar. The third type, let's say, you have the resolution and at the same time preparation. This is the shortest because it's on the third beat and then lasts to the first. And then the preparation for the next one or resolution of the previous one is in the fourth type is the longest. Yes, because you have on the second beat, last for the third, last for the first beat of the following bar, and then this we're going to discuss what it is. Yeah. So you have basically 4 types. Now, let me put this a little bit. Out of these 4 possible designs of syncopations, the first and the second cannot be the same in continuity. The first needs to be next to the third, and it also needs to be next to the fourth to maintain the ternary pulsation. Now, the following question is very simple. Why do you think that the first and the second cannot be the same in continuity? So basically what I'm saying is 2 firsts and 2 seconds in continuity. The first type twice, second type twice in continuity. You cannot do that.
Because
Because it's obvious.
Yes, the first one has the first beat must last for 1 beat. The first note must last for 1 beat, but the resolution will last for 2 beats. So this resolution cannot be the first beat again.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that is why this is not that. That's why in this ternary is not that simple. Yes. You have to see how you combine the types. But the problem that you have in binary, which in truth, it becomes a little dull at some point. And I think you said that. At some point you said, oh, it's very difficult to build something that has meaning, to build a melody, yeah, because it becomes mechanical all the time. It becomes obvious. So this one is not obvious. Yeah. And you can use, because the ternary has another completely different movement, yes, because of the nature, yes. So the first needs to be next to the third, and it also needs to be next to the fourth. So the first needs to be next to the third. The first, let me see if I can. There. So the first needs to be next to the third. Yes. And this one, and it also needs to be next to the fourth to maintain the ternary pulsation. Why is that? Because you have in the 3, yes, the beginning, and in the fourth you will always have 1 beat. Yes, in the second you have 2 beats. That's one. Yes, there's no another reason. Yeah. So these designs can be used interchangeably throughout a ternary pulsation as long as the different rhythmic syncopations are produced when combining them or using any of them in continuity. Each syncopation design that shows these possibilities must appear in the musical discourse at least twice, each one. If one of these designs is found only once, it will be located in the cadential closure. For example, if you choose one, say the fourth type, yes, or maybe the second type, yes, use it in the cadential. In the cases where situations other than those used during the musical discourse can appear once. A different situation would be using a new syncopation design, or you reusing a design that has been abandoned in the first moment of it, in the first moment of the exercise. You use it at the beginning, you stop using it, yes, a type, and then at the end, then you reuse it. The musical speech is thus structured. The use of new situations to generate cadences causes a cut, a break, let's say, in the musical hearing. A call that indicates that what was being expressed will lead to the cadence's appearance. Confirm that perception so the end of the speech can be anticipated to avoid surprises in the listener. That is mainly the reason why you can use something new in a cadence, by the way. Yes? There is a break, yes, a cut. Everything flows, but something happens that calls your attention. Yes, it says, indicates that was being expressed will lead to a cadence appearance, and you confirm the perception, yes, with a cadence, and that is what the listener can anticipate. Yes, the anticipation of the speech. So that is the reason why. Yes, you have to leave it to the cadence. Now, let me see. Cantus firmus at the base. Anyone can play this? That's brave enough to sight read. Georgios. Hello. Hi.
What must I do?
You have to play it.
Yes.
You have to play this.
Okay.
But very slowly, take your time. Yes, because also we have to listen to different syncopations. Okay. Very slow. Go. F major. Go on. What? Play that.
Oh, no? That's what I played.
Yeah.
Sorry, correct me.
Thank you very much, Georgios. So in this case, you see that sounds really different, yes, from the second, the duple meter, yes, the four species, binary, yeah. The flow is absolutely different. Why? Because you have 4 types of rhythms. Yeah. You see that it sometimes it's always suspended, yes, but that gives us a more resources, yes, to build a meaningful melody. Yeah. Now, a couple of things that we see. We observe that the 15th bar prolongs the last sound, generating a syncopated design abandoned in bar 9. Syncopated design is there, yes, because it's up there, yes, ascending. I mean, ascending is the interval from the second beat to the third. Why is that? Because we need the 7th to the 6th. 6 is the leading tone to the tonic. Remember that. 4 pieces, the cadence works the same. We need the counterpoint goes from the supertonic to the tonic, always. And then we need the 7th, the tunes of the 7th, that resolve to the 6th, 6 being the leading tone, and then resolving on the both of the tonic. That cannot change. Also, what it cannot change is the beginning. Remember, the beginnings come from the second species. If the counterpoint is on the bass, we start with the 5th or the tonic. Then later on, we're going to see that if the counterpoint starts in the upper voice, we start with the tonic. That's it. Unison or octave. That never changes. Yeah. Now, the climax is in bar 3, which is quite rushed. So the rest of the exercise is gently going to the G, retaking that G again, and a little bit of a curve on the A, and then resting on the F. Yeah? But it has a plan. When the syncopation is prolonged, yes, whoops, okay. When the syncopation is prolonged in one beat and the new one appears in the third beat, there is a pulse of free movement, as in bars 3, 4, 7, 9. 3, 4, 4, 7, 9. Yeah, and from 11 until 15. So in this predominates which type. If you have to more or less say which type of ternary meter syncopation types, which are abundant. And let's go before you answer. Let's go here. First type, first beat, second beat, prolonged. Second type, you have 2 beats, and on the third one you prolong. Yeah, for just 1 beat. And on the fourth beat, you have a sound that is prolonged just on the first beat, and then 2 in which, of course, the fourth type, the third one, it doesn't appear here, but obviously it's going to be a prolonged sound to the next bar. Yeah. So again, the first one, the preparation is on the second, suspension takes 2 beats. Second one, preparation is on the third, and then suspension takes 2 beats as well. And on the third one, the preparation is on the third, but the suspension just takes the first beat, and the suspension the 2. And on the fourth type, you have the preparation taking 2 beats and it's resolving in 1, and then you have 1 free beat, and then the third you restart. Yes. So you have to decide which is the type that is more abundant here. Take a look. Take your time.
Abandoned as in we don't use a lot.
No, that we use a lot. That we use a lot. Yeah.
The third. The 1 beat to 1 beat.
One
And then the second. 1 beat to 2.
Exactly. The second is where, if you have to tell me the second, where it's located in the first part, taking account you have 17 bars. Yes. In the first part or the second part?
The first part has more second kind, how do you call it?
Type. Doesn't matter. Type.
The second half has more of the third type.
Exactly. Now, this is called the free movement. Yeah. The free movement. Why? Because it flows. It flows more. Yes. Obviously, if you have a longer, I mean, the suspension, yes, is longer. What it might produce when you have the preparation, you have the suspension, they prolong, and then you resolve. What do you think? Yeah, that you can produce in the listener when the suspension is long, and then you resolve, instead of the suspension resolve immediately and then you jump to another thing differently. You jump to a different note. You can go anywhere. That's why it's called free movement. Yes. So what do you think? The second, we'll say you're the single type. If you have to choose a melody that flows more, or a melody that gets more, like, I don't know, stagnant, would you choose the fourth or the second type?
To have more
Flow, moves more.
Between the fourth and the second.
Yeah. What would you choose?
The fourth is have more movement. The fourth.
Exactly, because it has what we call a free movement. On the second beat, you can jump to wherever you want. Yes. That's why it creates more flow. Yes. Laura and Iris, this is understood, because this is the fourth. I'm not saying that you have to use always the fourth. That's not. Yes. If you choose to use 2 types, the most used one, yes, the best one, actually, is the fourth. Because if you see, look, you have this. Sorry?
Third.
You have.
Am I crazy?
Yeah, you have a fourth, then resolves into a third, and then you can go anywhere.
The third type is this, no? This one is the third type.
Why the third type?
The third type.
This one?
But no, the preparation is a minimum.
The preparation is a minimum.
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
It doesn't specify. That's what I assumed. What is the first type? Is it the preparation to the dissonant, to the... How it's grouped? I assume that only the preparation and the dissonance, the other note, are the type, not how we resolve it and move to the next operation.
Come again?
Can I notate
Yeah, this
something?
one. Yes.
I assume that this is the first, this is the second, this is the third, this is the fourth. Not that Ella.
Ella.
That this is the first, this is the second, this is the third, this is the fourth. I assumed he referred to the preparation and the suspension. So he uses this the most. You know?
The third, sorry, you're right. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Yes.
No problem.
No problem. Yes, right. Yeah, I got confused even myself. Yes, it's the third one because it's the preparation and the suspension itself. Then the preparation of the second one, how you resolve it. Well, that's you will see. Yes, you're right. You're becoming a genius of counterpoint. Well, so Iris and Laura, mm, do you see the you follow the conversation? Yes, Iris. Very good. Okay, now the in any case, combining the fourth with the second species is evident, being free to use the resources explained in each one. When it says, in these cases, the cases of the third part, the fourth part, the seventh part, the ninth part, yeah, the third type, from the 11th to the 15th part, in these cases, the use of the second species, yes, you must basically use what we use in the second species, the jumps, the directional motion that we discussed, yes, in the second species, yes. I'm not saying the passing notes, but the rules apply from the second species when using this type, yes, because it's very similar. The reiteration of the same sound appear in different melodic environments. This is very useful for you when you do your own exercises. Or different pulsations. For example, the G note of the fifth and ninth bars produces the same syncopation pattern. So the G note in the fifth and in the ninth bar produces the same syncopation pattern. So the preparation is on the third and is prolonged into the semi-brief. Preparation is on the third, is prolonged to the semi-brief. Yeah? But in the case of the fifth bar, we observe another type of syncopation. The 12 bars appears again engaged in a different scheme, abrupt change of melodic range to a leap of an octave. So let's go again. The G, in this case,